The Overseas Investment Office has imposed conditions of consent on the purchase of the Hunter Valley Station near Lake Hawea. Under the purchase agreement, the new American owner, mystery owner, who has asked to remain anonymous, will be forced to grant access to walkers and cyclists. The 6,500 hectares of land feature 30k of lakefront property encompassing Lake Hawea and Lake Wanaka and 13k of frontage to the Hunter River. Now, the American owner's lawyer in New Zealand is Graham Todd. This afternoon he assured me that despite the land now being in foreign ownership, New Zealanders will be winners in terms of access.
They will allow access through the property at times when there's not going to be any issues around conflict with farming operations, whether people are inadequately prepared or dressed. And basically people will need to still ask permission, but we have given an undertaking that that permission, other than the occasions I've mentioned, should be granted. And of course, the Overseas Investment Office has new monitoring protocols in place in terms of conditions of consent. And so we're going to have to uphold what we've agreed to.
Okay. Who do they ask?
Basically, it'll be whoever's controlling the farm. Currently, the proposal is that the farm will be sublet back to a member of the Cochrane family, so they'll be the person who will be on the ground.
Right. So the owner is not going to run the farm. He or she, the new owner, is not going to run the farm. It will be sublet back to the same family who have been running it.
That's correct.
Okay.
But as I said, what the change is that there are now conditions of consent which never previously existed.
Right, and the Overseas Investment Office polices that, do they?
Yes, they do.
So theoretically, the consent that the OIO has given improves access?
I believe it does, dramatically.
And the theory will be policed to make sure that that is a reality?
That's correct.
Who will the Overseas Investment Office be calling, Graham? Is your client a male or a female?
Nice try, John, but as I mentioned to your producer, I'm not going to answer any questions.
Right. Is she lovely, Taylor Swift? Is it the next President of the United States, Oprah Winfrey? These are all the names we're getting. I mean, it'd be very helpful, wouldn't it, to have the President of the United States with land in New Zealand?
Well, it'd be very nice to have the President of the United States as a client, John. But I think I can honestly say to you it's not the President of the United States.
No, it's not Donald Trump. No. There's a lot of interest in this, and I guess some of it is good-natured and humorous, and some of it is around the fact that there is a sense we have lost something that was ours. What do you say in response to that more serious concern about land as special, as magic, as unique and as particular to us going to foreign ownership?
Well, John, I've practiced law for 36 years and I've dealt with numerous overseas clients, and I can honestly say to you that in almost every occasion the result of overseas ownership has been better for the public of New Zealand than what previously existed. I'm not casting aspersions on anybody, including the existing owners, when I say that in terms of property, I don't have a right to go and camp on your doorstep, and I don't have a right to go through your property. Here we have a situation where an overseas person has committed to not only significantly increasing the productivity of the property, and that leads on to things like exports, etc., but they've also committed to allowing a continued access through the property at times when there's not in conflict with the farming operation that is going on or the other circumstances I previously mentioned. That is a more secure position for the New Zealand public than what existed before.
Graham Todd, who is the lawyer for Taylor Swift or Oprah Winfrey or all the other names we've heard that it is. We would love to hear from you if you're one of the people who have been involved in discussions about access. We're not going to ask you the name of the purchaser, but do you think that access will improve?